students. I hope you all are as fit as a fiddle. Well, I welcome you all to yet another instigating and exciting journey of learning grammar. So let's begin quickly today's session. To begin, start with the warming up exercise. At my count of 1, 2 and 3, you're going to do pranayama. Ready? Great. So 1, 2, 3. Great. Now, the exercise is the shoulder rotation. So for that, you're going to bring your hands close to your shoulder and rotate it right side, or it's called the clockwise, and then anti-clockwise. Okay? Are you all ready? So you're going to rotate clockwise and anti-clockwise 5 times each. So at my count of 1, let's begin. First of all, position. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now repeat that anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Great. Now relax and sit in a comfortable position again. Begin with pranayama again at my count of 1, 2 and 3. So 1, 2, 3. Very good, children. Now let's end the exercise. Clap with me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Great. So we are all fit for and we are mentally prepared for our class. Students, it's now time for the pearl of wisdom. Well, what is the pearl of wisdom that I have for you today? It means that orderliness brings harmony in life. Now, what do I mean by that? I repeat it. Orderliness brings harmony in our lives. So, if we are organized and have a routine, then our life becomes peaceful. We have a planned routine or a way of doing things in a order, then it brings happiness to us. Students, well, I'm enjoying my Italian black strong coffee. Would you want to share it? Well, wait. Did my sentence sound grammatically correct? Think about it. Brainstorm. So now, let's quickly answer this question. What is an adjective? You already learned about it, right, in the previous class. So what is an adjective? Yes, you are absolutely right. It is a word that describes a noun. Very good. Now, what if I want to describe a noun with multiple adjectives? Is it possible? Think. Yes, you're absolutely right, my dear children. You can use multiple adjectives to describe a noun. Now, think about that sentence which I told you, that I'm enjoying my Italian black strong coffee. Is this correct? Is something wrong with the sentence? Or are the adjectives which are used here in a proper sequence? So now we have a problem here. So let me put across the problem in a better way. I shall give you some 6 options, okay? And you choose the best and the correct option in which you could sound grammatically correct while describing this coffee. Students, these are the 6 options out of which you will be choosing one correct option. Now look at these. Strong black Italian coffee, strong Italian black coffee, black strong Italian coffee, black Italian strong coffee, Italian black strong coffee, Italian strong black coffee. So you have so many options. Now tell me which is the correct one, which is actually sounding right. Think. Yes, you are right. It is black strong Italian coffee. So dear children, there is always a point to be noted here, that there is a particular order or a sequence in which you could arrange the adjectives in order to describe a noun. So students, today's topic of the lesson is to understand the order of the adjectives. Students, now let's understand the rules of this particular sequencing of the adjectives in English grammar. The first rule is that the opinion goes first and the facts go second. So here we need to remember that the opinions could be different for each person. For example, nice, beautiful, amazing, or something like wow. All these are opinions about an object. It doesn't mean that you will have to agree with what my opinion is about the object. You could feel that this is not so good, right? So there's always differences in opinions. However, the fact remains the same. Well, the fact is that this cup is made up of porcelain. So here you would say a beautiful porcelain cup, right? And you would say a simple porcelain cup. So remember that opinions will always be placed first and the facts will always be placed second. Now look at another example here. It says they lived in a beautiful old house on the edge of the city. Now if you observe closely, then you would see that beautiful is an opinion, and that's why it has been placed first in the sentence. Old is the fact about the house. Yes, it is an old house. So here old is the adjective which is going second. Students, the second rule is that the general idea goes first and then goes the specific idea. For example, a long wooden table. Well, the term or the adjective long could be used for various other nouns like a long street, a long day, or it could be a long ribbon. So now that's a general idea about the table, but you are specific when you are telling wooden table, right? The metal table also could be available, but here we are specifying that it is a wooden table. So kids, look at this example now. It says he works for a small Canadian company. Now here if you see that small is a general term, so any company could be small, but this company is a Canadian company and this is much more specific. So that one is an adjective which should be placed only after the general idea has been placed, and thereby the rule goes that the general idea goes before the specific idea. Now we shall further learn more about the adjectives. Students, I want you to take out your English grammar book and come to page number 26. So here in this page, it is mentioned the first example. Look at the second part of the first example. That is, I saw a white wooden tiny box lying outside my door. Now this is having more than three adjectives. So there is a particular pattern in which these three adjectives have been arranged, right? So we need to know what is that sequence or what is that order. So for that, you would have to look at this particular chart. So what are the orders? So first you will talk about the quantity of the noun. For example, how many scales do I have? I have one scale. So I might use a number, I might use an article that is a scale, but when I'm talking about chalks, here I have two. So I would say the chalks. So the article would change, or two chalks. So the quantity would change. So every time we begin with a quantity. And then you would go ahead and talk about the opinion. Now what is opinion? Is your idea or your thought process about a particular object. Then size of the object. For example, this is a long scale, right? And this is a big book. So here, if you see, you're talking about the sizes of the object or the noun. Then we come to the age of the noun. For example, if you are talking about a person, then you would literally put their age in the place. But if you're talking about, say for example, an object, well, this looks like a new tape dispenser. Now, if it is an old house, then you would say it is an old house, and that is the age of the house. It's an old house. Students, now the next category is the color. Well, everybody likes colors, and I like colors too. See, I have so many colors. Well, when you are using multiple colors to describe an object or a noun, then you would use a conjunction in between. Now what is that conjunction that we use? That is and. So for example, if a film is a pretty old one, like a black and white, so it's like black and white, so you're using here and then if you have a dress or a sari which is red and green colored combined, then it is having a conjunction in between. Okay, so whenever we talk about colors, remember that we might use multiple or a number of colors to describe an object, and that time we will use and in between. Students, the next category of adjective is the shape. So now we see that there are so many shapes, right? So there could be, for instance, a round plastic bag or a rectangle laptop bag, right? So these are the shapes which describe, or shape is generally used to describe an object. The next one is the origin. For example, which nationality it is coming from. For instance, if you can recall the very first example that I gave you about the coffee, remember the black, strong Italian coffee. So we were talking about its origin. Where did it origin from? It originated from Italy, right? And that's why it is called an Italian coffee. Similarly, it's a tricolored Indian flag. So Indian is the nationality. So there you use the origin. Students, the next category in the adjectives is the material. So, if I have to describe this duster, then I would simply say that this is a wooden duster. And if I have to describe this, well, this is a plastic case. And this is a sanitizer in a plastic bottle. So, the material would describe the noun or the object that we are using. Then, the next category is purpose. So, what is that we are using a particular noun or a material for? For example, you have this sanitizer and we use this for sanitizing our hands. Or you would say, I have a plastic measuring cup. Now, if you pay close attention to this example, you would see that always the purpose ends with ing words. Okay? So, it is, for example, measuring cups. Students, the next final thing that is in the list is the noun itself. So, after using all the categories or all the describing words to describe the noun, finally you would mention the name of the noun. Okay? Students, the next example, or let us understand the concept of the order of adjectives by looking at these examples. So, the first example is that she bought a beautiful, long, warm, new, black and white striped Italian silk scarf. So, see, there are so many adjectives that has been used, but with the order of the adjectives that we have learnt, let's have a look at them. So, she bought a. So, first thing that they are talking is about the determiner or the quantity, right? So, that's the quantity. Second, she thinks that this is a beautiful scarf. So, that's the opinion. And then you have the shape of it. Here, warm, new, black. So, this is the other quality of the scarf, and this is the age, this is the color, which again has two colors. So, we have used the conjunction and then what is the pattern? It's a striped one, and finally it has the nationality. So, look here, along with the color you can always have another adjective that is called the pattern. So, sometimes if you want to describe shirts or you would want to describe the kind of pattern on a particular dress, then you would say this is a checks shirt or this is a wooden textured slab. So, something like that. And then Italian is the nationality, silk scarf is again the material, and finally it is the noun. We will look at the next example. Kids, observe this. What do I have in my hand? Well, most of you would have seen this in your kitchens. So, yes, this is 1 because this is just one number. So, again we are talking about the quantity. 4-sided. So, 4-sided because it has 1, 2, 3 and 4 sides, right? So, it is somewhat talking about its shape, right? And then you have silver or steel. Usually we call it silver, or if you look closely the material is steel. Metal, that's a steel metal. Cheese grater, what is the purpose It's a cheese grater. So finally you have the noun mentioned, that is, it is a grater. So I hope kids, you all have understood the order of adjectives now. It's time for us to do a short recap. Students, so finally you will have to tell me what are the categories that are placed in the sequencing of the adjectives. So which is the very first most category that is placed? So can you tell me? Yes, you are right. It is a quantity or an article. Very good. So what is the next category? Yes, one of you? Very good. It's opinion. Right. Now, I want you to list another two any random categories from the list. Yes, one of you? Yes, you are right, my dear child. So it is shape and color. Very good. Next one, look at page number 28 on your textbook. Here, choose the correct order of adjectives from the options. Argo returned home in a dash shirt. So look at the options there. Clean new blue shirt, or blue clean new shirt, or new blue clean shirt. What do you think? Yes, you are right. The last option is correct, because the first one is the age, then it is talking about its color, and finally the noun. It is a new blue clean. Yes, my dear children, you are right. The correct option is the new blue clean shirt. Now, try to solve the second question. We can use dash comes to make a telephone model. Now, it says we can use dash cups to make a telephone model. So what can we use? We can use plastic small white or small white plastic. White, plastic, small. So what do you think you can use? Yes, very good. That's the second option. That is small white plastic bottle. Now kids, try to solve this question. This question is there on page number 29 of your textbook. So here I bought a cotton white beautiful kurta, right? So if you see, these adjectives are just randomly arranged. Now put that in order. So I bought a beautiful, that's the first opinion. Second, you have the color white, cotton kurta, that's the material cotton, and finally the noun, that is kurta, right? Isn't it easy? Well, I'm sure you would really enjoy working on the exercises given in the textbook, and it's just like solving a riddle. I want you all to solve the questions given in the textbook. So, starting from page 1 of the chapter till the end of the exercises, which is page number 30, you will have to do it yourself. Kindly do the exercise B in your notebooks. Children, I want you to come to page number 27. There are two rules that we have to learn. So that is, whenever we are talking about a noun and we use more than two similar kind of adjectives, then we would simply separate them with a comma. For example, here you would see a rude, aggressive, mean man. So here you would see three adjectives used, which are rude, aggressive, mean. All these three are synonyms, right? And then look at this example. huge, stupendous, massive victory, right? So here it talks about a victory which is really large. So you would say massive, stupendous, huge victory. So this is the rule number 2. So that is use commas in the sentence which has similar and more than 2 adjectives. Alright children? The next third rule is that sometimes we use adjectives as other parts of speech. For example, if you look at the first one, here he is a well-known revolutionary of the British times. So the word revolutionary has been used as a noun. And then I bought this bag cheap. Here cheap is an adverb. Kids, I want you to focus on the examples mentioned here in the on the green board. It says, I am extremely happy in my new job. Okay, so the word extremely here is an adverb, but it is used to describe the kind of job it is. So extremely happy in my new job. The job is new and how he feels about the job. Next, it's incredibly easy. It is incredibly easy to make a mistake when knitting. So here incredibly is the adverb. Now let's look at another example where you would see the adjective as a noun. So students, now look at this. I read about the lifestyle of rich and famous. So here rich and famous is an adjective. However, here it is acting as a noun. So here it is rich and famous. We provide health care for the poor and elderly. So poor and elderly is the noun here, but still it is describing the noun, that is the people who are poor and elderly. So these are the adjectives as well as the noun at the same time. So I hope you all have understood the rules related to the order of adjectives and the sequence of the adjectives. So kids, time for the mind map. So what have you learned today? Well, you've learned a number of categories that describe a noun, right? So what is the first thing that is under this category? That's the quantity. Then you have the opinion, you have the size, age, then you have color, shape, origin, and then you have the material, purpose, and the noun, right? So there's so many things to remember, ma'am. What should we do? Well, the key mantra or the punchline here is to practice. Practice makes man perfect. So that's the only way you would be able to master these. Okay? So with this thought, I would like to end this exciting class on order of adjectives. I hope to see you soon. Until then, study well, stay safe and healthy, and happy learning.